It's that time of week again, and we're going to go on a little tour around some of the vans. We're going to have a little chat about things that we need to be thinking. Now, obviously, last week, or the last couple of weeks, we've been on about draining the vans down, so hopefully everybody's got their caravans drained down and ready for this winter sort of snap. It's supposed to go a bit warmer again next week, hopefully. So, again, sort of, if you're using the caravan, making sure that it is drained down every single time that you use it now, because again these sort of cold snaps are going to come in. It can go a little bit warmer, a little bit colder, and again we will just tend to find that sort of, you'll get that damp feeling in the cushions and what have you, which is where we said about the moisture traps last week. Yeah, they physically, sort of scientifically, they might not work 110% in the caravan, but I believe that they do sort of take away that sort of damp feeling. But there's lots of things that we can do within the caravan to make it sort of better, as we've said over these last couple of weeks, with opening your cushions, standing the furniture,
opening your cushions,
cupboards, getting carried away with the cushions. But we will just sort of feel the damp on the, and it's not damp, it's just the moisture that's in the air, which is where those moisture traps can help slightly. The other thing to double check on your van is when you open the cupboards up, sometimes again you'll get a little bit of condensation on the back sides of the cupboards, which is why leaving them open makes it better and more airflow. But you'll then sort of start to get a bit of a mould film on there, so wiping over the cupboards, using a Domestos sort of, not a bleach but more of a cleaner. It's normally sort of the little organisms that are on the back of the cupboards that you can't really see, which create that mould film when the moisture comes in. Sounds like I know what I'm on about, but I haven't.
Sounds very scientific.
But actually giving them a wipe over before they sort of get any condensation, but with a cleaner, and that will potentially stop them. But if they're open, more airflow will help the van. This is a lovely little Swift Celeste 480, so it's a special edition 2-berth. It is $16,995. Quite a nice weighted one, 1434, so quite not a lightweight 2-berth, but not overly heavy, but it's got a lot of sort of extras on it with the special edition, the nicer upholstery. That's actually a little TV cupboard on that one. We'll go back, we've got a nice little Adria there as well, which this has got single beds in, a 2021 I think it is, I'm sure it was. I look from inside, they're all frosted up and I can't see. So yeah, 2021. An old Adria Altia 612DL Tyne. So again, nice layout, single beds, and then it's got the washroom at the back. The Adrias are very nice, aren't they? I do like the Adrias. They've always got a nice feel to them.
Always sort of quite light and airy and spacious, don't they?
Yeah.
I think.
So again, nice one. A little bit heavier, 1650, and the Altia was actually the sort of lighter van of the Aegis, so still 1650, so still a fairly heavy van.
Is it 8 foot wide?
I've just been looking at it and thinking, is it or isn't it?
It feels like it is, doesn't it?
I think it is. We'll get Isabel to double check and she'll let you know on the screen now. It sort of, it feels like it is, but it also doesn't feel like it is. So I don't know. Some comments as well on the, which sort of says, are the moisture traps a scam? And are they worth it? And everyone put in their comments, and more people I think said, yeah, well, actually, for what they cost, it's worth just putting them in there and giving them sort of the benefit of the doubt. And that was sort of the consensus. We've got a few people that sort of said, they're rubbish, they don't work, they don't do anything, complete waste of time, but I still feel that you're better off putting them in than not. We don't put them in on the sales vans, we don't do it on the caravans, and the reason is, you'll see, as we go round, they're sort of going through now every single week going through, sort of airing the Caravan through, opening the cupboards up, giving all the surfaces a wipe through. So like I've just said, and you might have seen it on the camera on the little 480, you could see the sort of with the white marks, you'll see it on the handle, the white marks. So they'll just be going over the cupboards now, just giving them a wipe through, making sure if there is any sort of condensation or moisture that sort of builds up, that we're wiping it through constantly. So it's a bit different when they're on sale, and we're doing that every single week. But if the Caravan is locked up and it's left and it's just sort of sat there, then obviously it's going to get worse and worse and worse, which is why the moisture traps really work well. So lovely Bailey Alicanto Grand Lisbon 2023 at 27,995.
It's a lovely van.
It's 8 foot wide, 1,700 kilos. It's got the nice big fridge, the slimline fridge, the nice washroom in the middle, and a nice bed at the back. I do like this, and again it's got all the fancy lights. So if you've not seen that on our Facebook and TikTok page, have a look over there. And you'll see this with all its fancy lights and everything on. So again, loads of storage, nice van. I do like this.
I like this van. I like the layout. I like the sort of a bit of an L shape in the kitchen, and yeah, it's quite nice. And I'm not normally keen when there's not an L-shaped lounge, but yeah,
it works well. I do.
Good, doesn't it?
I do like that. So yeah, that again, let us know in the comments what your favourite brand is. A lot of people will sort of say, oh, we only like this make or that make. And
what's good about those Baileys is that you do get that bit of extra front space, don't you, not having the gas locker, and it does make the difference.
It does make a difference, but then it's nice having the gas locker because again you can put more crap in there.
I suppose.
And again, some people might say, oh well, actually that then adds more nose weight to the Caravan. Me personally, I'm not worried about a little bit more nose weight, and again it does very much depend on what car you're towing with, because again some cars you have got to be careful with that nose weight. But if you've got sort of a car, a bigger 4x4, an estate car, it's not so bad having a little bit more nose weight on the front. It will tow better. So if you're sort of very concerned and sort of thinking, oh gosh, I have to really be careful on my nose weight, the one thing that you don't want to do is put weight at the back of the Caravan to equal out the nose weight, because putting weight at the back of the Caravan is going to make them more unsteady on the road, and any little sways that you get will be increased if you've got more weight at the back. So which is why I say a little bit more nose weight is better than a little bit more weight at the back sort of thing. Again, obviously heavy stuff over the axle and towards the front, but don't get putting things heavy at the back of the Caravan.
And it's easily done when you've got under bed storage, isn't it?
When you've got that bed at the back, it is quite easy to sort of get carried away. And again, if you're not using your Caravan now this time of year, it's a really good time, I've said it a few times, to go through and sort of go, right, okay, we don't need that, we don't need that. Box up the stuff so that you've got them boxes of sort of, right, that's summer items for the Caravan, that's winter items, and then you can sort of keep those stored away. You can keep them in the Caravan, but it's sort of, then it's like, right, actually we're going away, we don't need that in there, so we can take that out. And if it's all in a nice box, one of the plastic ones, that works really well. You can sort of just, as I say, take it in and out, and you're not taking extra weight that you don't need, and that might be adding to your nose weight. And again, that's another good way then to actually reduce your nose weight, is not take as much stuff with you. And again, you'd be surprised how much stuff you've got in the Caravan that you don't actually need, or you've got two of, and you're like, well, why have I got this? Why am I carrying this weight around with me? I don't need to. So a good time to do that, and that will then help you sort of go through, wipe all your cupboards through, and do all the bits that we've been saying over the last sort of couple of weeks. So this is the Swift Conqueror 560. It's the 4-berth 2022, 1,714 kilos. Again, 22,995. So again, nice big island bed at the back, which again is still, I'm pretty confident that the rear island bed is going to be the most popular layout through the year for next year. More sort of, I suppose, on the newer side of things, people are possibly looking for that L-shaped lounge at the front, a bit like this Elegance. And I think if you're thinking about going for a rear island bed, the jump up to get the L-shaped front at the front of the Caravan is quite a big jump. This is 34,995, and you're sort of probably looking at closer to that 30 grand to get this layout with the island bed at the back. Whereas with the island bed at the back and the two straight seats, about 20 grand. So it's then weighing up whether the L shape is worth sort of 5-10 grand to you or not. And only you can answer that, but it is, I suppose, for some people, if you've had the front seats, the straight front seats, this is a nice sort of movement up. The only problem with this is it's colder in the winter, isn't it?
Yeah,
I suppose once you've got the heating on,
furry throws
on your furry pillows. Oh, you'd be well away. So this is the Swift Elegance Grand 760 2024 34995, and this is the one that we use the flow kit on to drain the water system down, so hopefully this is all nice and drained down now for the winter. We sort of drained all our caravans down probably about 2 months ago. We started going through and making sure that they were all drained through, ready. So again, it's, I think -3, -4 has been the temperature at the minute, so it's still cold enough to do damage to the taps. So if you haven't sort of drained your Caravan down already, make sure it's done this weekend. It's supposed to warm
it might
up,
be
as
a
I
bit
say.
late, mightn't
Well,
it? If you've not already done it, it'll have gone this week, I thought.
It might have been, it depends where you keep the van. And that sort of also refers to the moisture traps, where some people say they're absolute waste of time, they don't work, they're rubbish. It depends where you keep the van. That can alter the effectiveness of the moisture traps depending on conditions. So not one thing is going to be right for everybody. So this is the 2024 Coachman, the Wanderer Arcadia 575. It's 25,995. It's 1573 maximum, which for a Coachman, after looking in the other Bailey and the Swift Just, and they're 1,700 kilos, that's not bad, is it, for a Coachman?
Not really.
Nice island bed on the side, nice layout, nice washroom at the back. So again, the middle bed, again, it's sort of slightly back of the axle, so you've still got to be careful how much weight you put underneath of this bed. You don't want to go crazy with all of your bits and pieces underneath there. I suppose for general storage that's fine, but when you're travelling, again, you've got to think about that bed is behind the axle, so you don't want too much weight back there. Again, for travelling over the axle to the front, don't be too worried about your sort of nose weight. This is the reason this is coming up. A newbie sort of who's looking to get into caravanning had said to me the other day, oh, what car have I got to worry about nose weight? Is that going to be an issue? And most of the cars now will sort of take 100 kilos on the nose weight. Most caravans are going to be 60 kilos roughly, so you've got a good amount of weight that you can sort of still put on the back of the car. And what I always tend to do is, when you're hitched up to the car, stand on the hitch, literally stand on the hitch and see what difference it makes to the back of the car. If your car goes down to the ground, then you've got to be careful. If it doesn't really make any difference to the back of the car, which is 90% of the cars, you'll see why I'm saying what I'm saying about not being too worried about nose weight. It's going to be better to have a bit more nose weight than more weight at the back, if that makes sense.
Although we have seen the odd estate car that's been so loaded the front tyres are almost off.
Yeah. So again, it's
older estates possibly.
It's
because they must have filled their boot up as well, mustn't they?
Yeah.
Really.
So it's just been sensible. Nice little motorhome. You've not seen this one. This is only just come in.
Right.
It is a 2022. So it's done about 7,000 miles. Auto trail. So a nice little model.
Well, it's on a Ford. It's unusual, isn't it?
So again, obviously during COVID, they sort of started to change what chassis that they were using. 4 travelling seat belts, so 4 proper travelling seat belts. This bed comes down.
Yeah.
So again, you've got the proper fixed bed. and then you can make up the bed at the back as well. So nice layout. This is really, really good. This is cheap. This is a very, 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 very good value. $49,995, and it's just literally, because we're into the winter, this through the summer, and I would have thought next sort of February, March, we'll be back over 50 grand.
Love this. This is really
it's nice, isn't it?
This
Yeah,
should
it's nice.
tempt me into motorhomes. It's wood. It's lovely.
Yeah, it's nice layout, and again, it feels nice and roomy.
Yeah. Is
at
it
the front.
manual or auto? Or?
Manual, yeah. 6-speed manual. You have got all of your
Steering controls,
bits and bobs on there. I'm just looking to see whether it's got aircon. I can't see the aircon sign on there.
Oh, I can't actually.
I'm not up to speed on the Fords. Let me know in the comments. Can you see? Can you tell me if that's got aircon on? It has, yeah, max AC.
Yeah.
See on the cold side of it, yeah. So that's where the button is. All electric windows.
Cruise.
Built-in blinds on the windows. So yeah.
Is it 3.5 ton? Is it?
I would have said so.
It looks like it should be.
Isabel again is going to do a magic and put it into the comments and or put it into the screen, and I'm pretty sure it will be 3.5. It's got a nice big fridge freezer on there, slimline one. Proper, I say proper oven. It's got the oven and grill combined, like we've put in our lorry, and then you've got
most of them are, aren't they?
Yeah, that's a nice, and it works well as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then you looked at the washroom, didn't you?
Yeah.
So a proper separate shower and toilet there as well. So
it's good, isn't it? It's
yeah,
good for
this is
couple and also for a family.
This is nice. As I say,
yeah.
if you have a look on the internet and check the prices, this is cheap.
Yeah.
This is cheap. Very, very good. Very good price, that.
Good Friday deal, that one.
Friday deal. We've not really looked in the twin axles over that side properly.
Save those for Sunday.
Yeah, we'll have a look at those on Sunday. I suppose we can do a twin axle special.
Yeah.
I got all excited then, didn't I?
Yeah.
Again, I can't believe how busy it's been for November. We'd sort of done a bit of a market update, and then only really sort of says, well, yeah, it's been really busy for November, and that's as much as we sort of said. It normally does quieten down for November and goes quieter, but it has been very, very busy. So hopefully it continues. And again, I can't really put my finger on why, because it does normally go quieter. So strange times, but hopefully it continues. Let's hope and pray that it does. That's it for this week. Hopefully I've waffled on enough. If you have liked it, hit the like button, drop us a comment. Again, let us know what is your favourite brand, what's your favourite manufacturer of van, and why. Yeah, again, it's funny how sort of it can change. People will be loyal to a brand. You can have something and you go, oh no, I'm never having one of those again. So let us know in the comments, just not in too much detail, just literally, I like the Bailey best, I like the Swift best. Let us know in the comments. It'd be just interesting to see what manufacturer sort of comes up top at the minute. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. We will see you on Sunday's video, where we're going to look at security. So really important time to be looking at security. It might be that you're leaving the caravan a little bit longer now before you're looking at it. So security is very important. So that's what we're going to look at on Sunday, and a few different ideas for you then as well. So thanks for watching on Mark at the Caravan Place, and we'll see you then.